said I'm ready for greatness.
What is up, everybody? Hi, and welcome to Deep Tracks. I'm your boy Moo. Welcome to episode number 1. We're going to get into the nitty gritty. We're going to go through Logic Pro 10. I'm going to show you guys what I like to do to make my own beats, my own tracks, and all these different adjustments that I make. We're going to go over what it takes to create music using Logic Pro 10. And that's the kind of things you guys like to see. Let me know down in the comments. I'm going to start out with a simple track, preloaded instruments, including vocals, but as we grow and learn together, we're going to get into more advanced tracks and adjustments. So make sure you guys are out. Make sure you guys look out for the next video coming up, because it's going to be the full length so you guys can see exactly what it takes to make a track. Now remember, I'm not a professional sound engineer or anything like that. I'm a musician enthusiast who wants to share my passion for music to the world. This is all going to be bare minimum starting out. Got my laptop, some headphones, some good software, and that's about it. And that's all it really takes to make some decent music, So, and as our channel grows, we'll be adding a whole lot more things like plugins, physical instruments, vocals, electrical jump set, harmonica, you name it. We'll get there eventually. Just keep watching. Now remember, guys, I'm a musician at heart first, so I'm going to be playing many different instruments on this channel. Like what exactly I like about it, what I don't like about it, but if there's an instrument you guys don't know or whatever, let me know. You guys can see up here I got a guitar. Here there's another one here on the side. I got my harmonica, a couple things here. But if you guys want to see a different instrument or whatever, I'm going to be doing that too. Like I can play a lot of different instruments. I play more than 5-6 different instruments. So with this channel, I'm going to be doing that too. I'm going to be learning different instruments, putting them into our tracks, making those adjustments and seeing what comes out of it. I'll be going over what brands I like to use for years, maintenance, and if there's an instrument that I don't know or I don't have, let me guys know and I'll go get it and I'll learn it. That's why I'm here with each and every one of you guys. I want you guys to see, and even if I can do it, you guys can do it too. Check down below for the link in the description for the downloadable link for all the different tracks that we're going to make on this channel. And if you guys want to purchase those channels, there's a link down in the description as well. Please let me know down in the comments if you guys see something that doesn't make sense, or if you know a better way to do it, or something that I don't know, let me know. Because I'm going to go through those comments, I'm going to read everything, I'm going to come back, and I'm going to change for the better. Like everybody says, change for the better, I'm going to change too. So, without further ado, let's all help each other learn. Let's all make some good music, and let's all love each other, man. Come on. I'm going to start up here by opening up the Logic Pro. I usually use the audio input line. There's a couple different options here if you want to use a guitar or if you want to do a mic in. I think you need specialized equipment to do that. Like it'll be some kind of like adapter that'll plug into that and then plug into the computer. This is input and outputs. Inputs is going to be anything that if you're going to be recording, like a guitar, you would plug that in. That would be the input going into the recording device. The output would be like the listening device, if that's an amplifier, if that's a speaker. And so that's kind of how that works there. So right now I'm going through, it was saying that I'll have feedback here because I'm using the same thing for input and output. So it's going to have like a lot of static and stuff like that and ringing. I'm not going to be doing any free recording on this, so I don't really have to worry about that. But if you did, you can just go through and mute it and it would be fine. So this section here is the instrument that you're using now. And then it has different options on the side if you want to use any of their other plugins that they have that can be used with that instrument. Here you have like a bus bar, has equalizer, compression, different things there that you can adjust. I haven't done that too much, so I can't really speak on that. This right here is where you're going to have all of your instruments, so when you actually pick something and put it in there, it'll show up there on that line. So that'll be the first instrument and the line and everything, it'll show up here. This up here, you can check your key. So if you have, if you want to match a key, if you're kind of confused on how to do different kind of progression or whatever, you can listen to that and then use that to add to different tracks that you're making. Like if you're confused on what the key is, you can open that up and it'll tell you in real time what it is as it changes. And so you can just add in or select from this menu bar right here. These are all the favorites, but you can also select different keys and stuff too. So if you're going to use the favorites, I highly suggest it. Just click the blue box and it'll save with a little heart icon. And so these are all my favorites here. Highly suggest it. You always come back to these. So right up here, it's broken down in 3 different categories: description, genre, and instrument, and then a lot of subcategories inside that too. So right now I'm just going to go through and kind of listen for any kind of beat that I want to start out with. Go into my favorites list, because sometimes I'll have a lot of stuff on there, or a few things on there that will be favorited but that I've never used. So I kind of go back through and see if there's something that I still like or that I want to use for today. So this is all just going to be on the fly. Just kind of run through it, kind of like a brush overview. But let me guys know if you have comments or anything like that from down in the description. I am going to be replying to all these too, so make sure you do that. And again, if you guys like it, if you want me to do something different or something, use a different instrument, or adjust it differently, let me know too. Throw that down in the comments, and it'll be adjusted stuff as well. Everything will be available for free through my SoundCloud. You can purchase all my stuff on Etsy. I have my links on all that stuff down there in the description as well. So here we have our first track, I think. So we're gonna go ahead and grab it, throw it up here on this first bar, and it's going to say the added audio file contains tempo information. Do you want to import it into this project? We're gonna say yes, import, and go ahead and delete the other one. There we go. Let's do it again. Import. Now we're going to delete that first one. We don't need it. Okay. So here we have our loop button, or repeat button, whatever you want to call it. Once you click on that, it's going to turn yellow and bring up a little bar. You can pull that bar along the top, or click it on and off, and then it'll repeat whatever's inside that yellow bar. Now we're going to come in here and adjust the fade in or the fade out. So click that little zigzag button up there, and now I'm just plotting different points that either it's going to go up or down. So that's what I'm doing here. You see me add a couple points, kind of drag them up or down. And so what I like to do is get a good curve, like like a half moon, as well as you can. Get a good transition into different parts of the track. And you can hear how that's going here. So here I pull up this little, it's like a keyboard. To pull this up, you just gotta you just have to press Command B, I believe, and it'll pop up. So right here you can kind of see me going through trying to see if I'm able to use it, but that's only if we're going to use like a new instrument input and then do some recording. And so I wasn't doing that, but I was just trying to see if I would be able to kind of make my own kind of sounds, but I wasn't able to, so I just kind of got rid of it. So for this instrument, I'm going to go ahead and edit it a little bit. Kind of want to make it sound different. What I really want to do is get like an echo on it, maybe a little bit deeper. So I'm going to use a couple of the features they have here. So these are all the different plugins that you can use with that instrument. And so I'm just gonna go through and adjust, and you'll be able to hear the difference here. And these are your different knobs. I always imagine these kind of like amp knobs, if you know anything about amps and guitars and stuff like that. These are pretty much kind of like volume knobs, just to the left is 0, to the right is 10. And so that's, you're just making the adjustment that way and then just listening for the different sounds. So you can kind of hear it here, how it's sounding differently. And that's kind of how you'll go through. But you got to go through each instrument one by one and make adjustments like that. I mean, it's up to you. I go through it like that. And you can kind of hear here the differences, how it sounds. So here I'm just going through and changing or adding different type of things to each instrument to make it sound a little bit better, a little bit different. And just kind of going through and just feeling it out, seeing how everything kind of merges together. And you get better at this the more you do it. So it takes a little while sometimes to kind of hear what you want to hear and get it just exactly where you want it. But it's worth the time. So that's just kind of what I'm doing here. As I'm making these adjustments here, there's little buttons next to each track that do different things. M, S, I, and R, I believe. And so if you hit the S, it'll kind of isolate the instrument by itself. And you can hear it individually, so you can make the adjustment like that. That's what I like to do sometimes. Other times I'll kind of do two of them at once and kind of see how it sounds with another instrument together. But for this one, I'm just going to do the one by itself. And we're going to go back through this list again and see if we can get this harp to sound kind of cool. So I'm just going to go through here, kind of pick some different things and see how it sounds and make the adjustment and how I like it. And again, if you guys like something different too, let me know. Shoot it down in the comments, and tomorrow I'm going to make another track, so I'll be adjusting it there too. If you guys want to hear a different genre, again, throw it down in the comments, and we'll make something different. Here you can just see me going back and forth, how I said earlier, adjusting the different dials and listening to how it sounds. going to adjust the EQ, also known as the equalizer. This is, to me personally, I believe it's more of like a fine tuning. So you're going to go through each hertz per instrument and adjust. So the way that kind of works is that if you have like a really high tone, it should be, I believe, a higher pitch, which is going to be more to the right on the scale, and then the lower pitch is going to be down to the left on the scale. And as a bar here on the right, we can adjust the entire sound positive or down. And once you have your adjustment, you can increase the volume on that individual track as well too, and have it sound different. I tend to do that pretty often. I like to do it, make it a little bit louder if it's like drums or vocals or something you want to kind of come forward through the track. And so here I'm just going through on the different tracks and adjusting the different tracks for what I think sounds best. And you guys can kind of hear how it sounds different too, the different parts of the bar, the different hertz and the different volumes and things like that. I'm just going through each one and adjusting. Okay, now I get to this